A brand new mechanic in the Final Fantasy TCG just dropped called Limit Break. Let's talk about it. Right now the game only has one deck, which is the main deck, has 50 cards in it, no more, no less. In a recent Card of the Week showcase we got to see some new cards from Opus 22, namely Zack, Victora and Ace. These Limit Break cards look the same as any other Final Fantasy TCG card, bar the border around the top and the LB icon in the top right corner. On the card we can see Limit Break 1 as an additional cost we now have to pay for these special cards. What this means is as well as paying our CP cost, we also have to flip over cards from our Limit Break deck that can no longer be used in addition to the one that we're casting. But we're going to take a look at what this looks like today in just a second. If you were listening closely, you'll now know we've got an extra deck, the LB deck, which is a new deck we have to have alongside our main deck, which can only have up to 8 cards in it. We've also been encouraged that we need to have separate sleeves for this deck so it does not get confused with cards in the main deck. I'm not sure I said the word deck enough times there. Let's take a quick look at Limit Break in action. Firstly, we've got our main deck on the mat, and then next to that is our Limit Break deck. I've just put it here for now because this is sort of the general consensus of when I asked people at our locals about where they thought they'd put their deck. Your mileage might vary, hopefully something official will come out soon. And let's pretend we've got a game in progress and we've got some cards in our hand, and then we've got a backup down already, and a card in the break zone we've used to pay for that backup. Getting to the main topic at hand, let's talk about how to cast a Limit Break card. In this case, Zack. He's got a cost of 3 Fire CP and Limit Break 1. So let's look at that in action. So let's start off by making 1 Fire CP by dulling or tapping our Fire backup, and then let's discard Squall from our hand to make another 2 Fire CP. So now we've got the 3 CP ready to go. The last part of Zack's cost is the Limit Break cost, being 1 in this case. So I'm going to flip a card of my choice face up from my Limit Break deck, and that means that card can no longer be paid for the rest of the game. But at this point, on showing Victora, I've paid for Zack completely and he enters the field. This is just my interpretation of how the mechanic will play out, so don't take it as gospel. There are a lot of thoughts going around on the internet right now about this mechanic. I'm just going to sit and wait and see what happens when the cards release and look at the entire card pool when we get our pre-releases. I'm going to remain optimistic, but I would love to know, you watching this, what you think about this mechanic, pros and cons. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments or on X or Twitter or whatever it is the kids are calling it these days. But otherwise, until Opus 22, stay safe and play card games.